Hey guys, this is Naresh. So in this video today we will learn about how to run our automation script on mobile. So yes, we are using Appium to run our scripts, and now we will see how to set up Appium and its related software so that we can execute the scripts on mobile. So if you see here, I have created a page here and I will give this page a link in the description section which you can refer. So there are quite a number of software which we need to install, but this will be done only one time. And I have spent almost a day in installing these software. So maybe it take around a day for you to install these, and from the next day you can start, coding your APM scripts. All right. So first you have to make sure that you have JDK installed on your computer. I have given a link, or maybe you can just type in Google and you can install JDK, and then you have to set your path variable as Java home. Okay, I will show you all the path variables which I have set on my computer. Okay, then you have to install Android Studio. So either you can install Android Studio or Android SDK. So it all depends on you because Android Studio is much bigger than Android SDK. So here we are using Android SDK, but I would suggest to include to install Android Studio, which include the Android SDK also. Okay, because it might possible we need Android Studio for creating an APK somewhere in future. So it's better that we have that. Okay. Once you have done that, you have to make sure you do a path variable of Android Home also. Just you have to set it up. All right. And once everything is set up, all the path variable are done, we have to move forward. So let me just show you the path variable. So you have to go to your computer. Okay. Right click, properties, and it should show you one Windows box. And in that, click on Advanced System Settings, Environmental Variables. Okay. So these are the path I have set for. You can see there is the first path is Android underscore home, all in capital letter. And here I have given C drive Android SDK because by default my Android has been installed on C drive Android folder. So I have given C Android SDK. SDK is one of the folder in that. Let me just show you that also. C Android SDK. Okay. So you have to give this, and the other one is, let me just show that. Android SDK Home. For that, you have to just choose C and Android, and then Java Home. This is your usual Java Home, which is always up to JDK. Okay. So once you give these three, what you have to do, you have to go to this path. All right. And before we go that, please take a screenshot of this one so that if you get confused, you can just, copy this into your computer. Okay. Then you have to go to path, click on edit. In that, if you see here, there are various paths which I have set with the name of Android Home and Android SDK Home. Okay, so let me just remove which are not required here. So this is not required. This is okay. This is also not required. Okay, this is also not required. C Node.js is okay. Toolspin is okay. Okay, so if you see here, let me show you the path again. Okay, what are the paths which we have? If you see here from Android Home, I am going to Tools. Okay, so this is my Android Home. So I am going to Tools. Okay, this is one of the paths which you have to set up to Tools, then Build Tools. This is Build Platform Tools, and this is Build Tools. So both you have to set here. Okay, either you can give this percentage Android underscore home, or maybe you can just directly give something C Android SDK. That will also work. But if you give this percentage Android underscore home, that is good. And after this three, you have to give this Android Home, Tools, and Bin. So if you go here, SDK, there is Tools and there's Bin. So just give that. Okay. So once you have given all those things, you have to press on OK. So let's see now. You have to open the SDK manager. So what you have to do, there are many ways to open the SDK manager. We can directly go to our Android folder and we can open that. And the other thing is I can open my Android Studio. Okay, so this is Android Studio. there's a button here at the top right hand side, SDK Manager. Okay, so just open this SDK Manager and it will show you what all the version your Android Studio is supporting right now. So we can see 5.1 and 7.0 are selected. What I recommend you that you select at least 5 version here, okay? So the latest one is in 9.0, 8.1, this, 6, and 5.1. Okay, so I have selected 5 to 6 version. You can just click on OK, and after that, it will take some time, maybe an hour or so, or maybe 2 hours, to install all these versions for on your computer. Okay, so you will be able to test on all these versions. All right. So once you have done with the Android SDK manager, and see, these software will take time, right? So as I said, it took me around 6 hours or 7 hours to install this software. So that's much time you can expect that it will take your time on a good connection. If it's like a slow connection, it can take more time than that. Okay. Now once it is all set, we have to make sure all the paths has been set correctly. For that, we can check from the command prompt. Okay, and okay. So for going to command prompt, what we have to do, we have to just open the command prompt and we have to give something like percentage. Okay, first echo percentage Android underscore home. Okay, so it show you the path and then just type Android. So if you type Android, okay, it says it's not a recognized command. All right, no problem. That's okay. So we have some more commands to know if everything is going fine or not. ADB. Let's see if it works for us. It's taking time. Let's wait. All right, so it has run something for us. So that's mean my ADB command is working. See, ADB is one of the command which we have to use on daily basis. So just remember that whenever we have to do some operation with mobile, we can do an ADB and then there are different commands I need to give. All right. So this we have checked, and what else can we check? Okay, about the JDK, just type Java and just see if it give you something for the Java, and it should give you that Java is also installed, or maybe give you some, other things. All right, so okay, so these are have come everything for Java. Okay, so that's mean Java is also there. My Android home is also there. Okay. Now, once it is done, you have to install Node.js. All right, so Node.js is one of the software, which helps Appium in many ways because Appium is based on Node.js. All right, so you have to install Node.js. I have given a link here, or maybe you can just go to Google and type download Node.js and you can install that onto your computer. Okay, so there is one more path variable which I have set for Node.js. So if I go to this path here, into the environment variable, we can directly go into the path in that. Wait, it's not opening. Okay, bit slow. All right. So in the environmental variable, we can directly give the path of Node.js where my Node.js is installed, and I just need to provide that path. It's just freezing right now. No problem. We can just move forward and then we can look in later when it comes up. Okay, so I think it came up. Environmental variable. Okay, so if you go to path here, click on edit, and then you can see I have given C Node.js. So this is something I have my Node.js installed in this folder. Okay, so I've given that path simply. All right. So once it is done, what you have to do once you install this Node.js, you have to make sure it is working for you. Okay, so you can give a command called npm here, right? So let me just give npm. Okay, so if you see any commands after you are getting on the screen after npm, so that's mean that's also installed successfully. Okay, then you have to install Microsoft .NET Framework. See, Nowadays, what happened after Windows 8, Microsoft .NET framework is given by default. But in case you are, at the older version, you can install Microsoft .NET framework from Microsoft. You can just type in Google Microsoft .NET framework download, and then you can follow the link to download it. Okay. All right. And okay, still running. Okay. And what you have to do, because on every mobile there is a browser, and what we'll be doing that we will testing on both on browser and the native apps also. Apps means like the apps like Paytm and all those things. We will test those also. So you just make sure that you have a latest browser on your phone. For that, you can just go to Play Store and type Chrome, and then it will give you the option to update the Chrome. You can just update the Chrome. All right. Now, what you have to do, you have to install the Appium desktop client. Okay, the seventh step. So if you go to this link, Appium download, that is appium.io, that is the website name. I don't know why it is freezing too much today. Maybe because of Android Studio I have open. Okay, let me just close this out also, otherwise it will always, because it's trying to install something. I have just given some command to install and it's trying to install, so that's the reason it's giving some issues. No problem. So if you go to this website, Appium download, here you can download the Appium. Okay. And okay, so you just have to run this .exe file which get downloaded. And one more thing, when you download and install the Appium, it get bundles up with the Chrome driver.exe. Yes, so this is the driver which we were downloading manually into web, but in Appium, this will automatically get downloaded and bundled with Appium. All right. So in this website, there are two things given. One is the Appium .exe file, and another is the client binding of Appium with Java. So you have to download both the installation file and the client binding jar file, because we will be using the jar files when we are writing our program. Okay, so this is the website. You can just go here and download the Appium. All right, now what next? Wait. So guys, I told you that these softwares are too much. I understand, but just be patient. This is just for the first time, and once it is done, then we will not get any problem. See, this is the Appium website which opens up. All right, uh, here. So you have to click on this Java, and then you can download the jar file for that. And for Appium, you can just install this Appium desktop for OS X, and then you can install the Appium on your computer. So there's a Java binding inside this Java link. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's go next now. All right. So once this is done, what you have to do. Uh, okay. So it will install the Java binding. So one more thing. Okay. Setting phone click phone with. Okay. After that, what you have to do, you have to hook your mobile with your PC. All right. Yes. So what you have to do, you have to take a data cable and put that data cable into your PC and one data cable into your mobile. If you get some prompt like, do you want to allow this phone? Just click on allow on that. Okay. All right. So, okay. So what you have to do, you have to enable the developer mode option. Okay. So I have already installed one software here. So let me just refresh this. Okay. So I have installed a software here called Wiser, which shows us the screen of our, which shows the screen of our phone. So what you have to do, you have to go to the settings. So whatever I'm doing here right now, I'm directly doing on my, on phone, which will show you on the screen. Okay. So you go to the settings. All right. If you go down, there's a developer option which I can see, right? And in that you have to turn off and you can turn on the developer option. Okay. And if you turn on, you can just click on OK. So you have to make sure you are turning on your developer option. Just wait, its screen is gone because I have set it off. So it just removed that screen from here. All right. So once you turn on this developer option, you would be able to run your scripts and do debugging on your phone. Okay, let me just restart it. So VYSOR. That is one of the Chrome extension. Okay. So this is one of the Chrome extension which you can download from the Google. So I have put that in a step also. So still it's freezing. It's not coming up so that we can leave it. I will show you later on that how this can be done. Okay. How we can install the visor. Okay. It has came. Okay. So what you have to do, as I said, that you have to enable the developer mode on your computer. Sometime it happens that the developer option doesn't come up. So what we have to do in that case, if the developer option doesn't come up, there would be an option of the build number. When you go to about phone, there is an option of the build number, and then you have to hit that build number 4 or 5 times, or maybe 7 times, and it will show you. Okay. So I'm just trying to open wider so that I can just show you where the build number is. Okay, seems my Android got disconnected. Let me connect the Android. Okay, so it's connected now. My developer option is on. Okay, my USB debugging was off. I have made that on also. Okay. Right, so let me just show you. All right, come on. Yeah, so here it is. See, if you go to settings, so here's settings, okay? If you go to the settings, so you will get the developer option at the end. In case if you're not getting it, you can just go to about phone, and in about phone you can go to software info, and you have to just hit this build number, okay? 7 times. So you have to just hit on this build number 7 times. It says that developer mode has already been turned on, okay? So if it's not coming up, you have to just hit that and it will come up automatically. So once you go to the developer option, you have to turn on the developer option, and below it is giving USB debugging. You have to turn it on, because if you don't do it, you will not be able to do anything on your mobile. Okay, related to automation. All right, what next? Let me just okay. So once you have turned on this developer mode, you have to hook your computer with the cable, and that also your mobile. Then you have to install the PDA-net. See, PDA-net is one of the software which helps the phone to connect to the computer. So we will install this PDA-net. There is a link I have given. Just click on that link. Click on that PDA-net Plus on your computer. And as soon as you will, plug in your phone with your computer, it will try to, install the PDA-net on your phone also. All right, so just do that, and once it is done, all right, so what you have to do next, you have to try that now your ADB command is working fine or not. So what you can do, you can type ADB devices. Okay, so it will show you that the devices which are attached to your computer. So it can be a virtual device or it can be your own device. See, this is a real device. Okay, this is the ID of my real device. All right, this one. Okay, so this is a device which is now connected to my computer. As you can see, this is a real device, I'm working upon right now. All right. Okay. So The other thing is IDE, without the Eclipse IDE, I would not be able to program. So any IDE which you prefer, you can just install that. And then you have to download some jar file, okay? So you know that, you have to download the test.ng jar file because I would be working on the jar file of test.ng, all right? And what you can also do, you can also download one more jar file. You just need to type com.google.code.json and you can download that jar file also because I will tell you that there's a need for that also. Once it is done, you can also install TestNG plugin in Eclipse. It is not installed already. Okay. Now the other thing is we need some APK files. Okay. See, whenever we are working on any mobile application, there is a APK file, there is a client APK file which gets generated by our developers. So we should have an APK file which is generated by our developers. But for now, as we don't have any developers working with us, you can download the APK file from Google. So there are many APK files which are given. So I have also installed two of the APK file from Google. Let me just show you. See, softwares and Appium. Okay, see all these are I have down these softwares I have installed one by one. Okay, so there is one APK file here, Cell Android Test APK. So this is one of the APK file which you can also download. So maybe you can just go to here and in Google just type this Cell Android Test app.apk file. Okay, so you can download this APK file. And I have also seen some APK file for the calculator. I have also downloaded that. So let me just show you. Okay, this is calculator underscore 2.0.apk. I have also, downloaded that. So first we will say cell Android sample APK. Okay, so it should open cellandroid.io page. You just go there, cellandroid.io, and then there is a link. Okay, Android driver, testing iOS devices, concepts, testing, quick start. Let me go to quick start. To get started, set up your system, use Cell Android with Maven. Okay. Uh, I'm just searching for the sample native app test. Okay, let's go here. Cell Android test app. See, here's the link. All right. So, you have to click on this link, Cell Android test app. Okay, this is the path of that. You have to click on this link and start downloading the APK for you. Okay, so this is the APK which we'll use and which will help us to do our automation for Android. Okay, one contributor. Okay, let me go back. Okay, let me go back onto the site, Cell Android. All right, so just install this test app from here. All right, and if you don't want to go here, maybe you can just on Google itself you can type that dot Google and you can type this name which is for this APK. This cell Android dash test dot APK. Okay, it will go here. All right, and from here there's an app here. It says you can download from here. Okay, so what I will do, I will give this link into the description section also so that you can install this out on your computer. So let me just paste it here. I will give this link into the description section so that you can install the APK. See, the APK is installing because that's very important. Otherwise, you will not be able to write a single script also till the time this APK is not downloaded. So you can download from here. And even the other APK, if you want, you can, install that calculator.apk also. So just go to Google and, type this calculator.apk. So if you go here, Google, all right, so it will show you the place where the calculator.2.apk is there. So just click here, and from here you can just download that out. All right, so one sec. So there are many APK given. You can see here calculator 8.1.0 Samsung calculator. So there are many sample calculator APKs given which you can download also. But for now we will use this Cell Android one. And later on, if we have to use a calculator or some other APK, we will download then and there. So this is just for just to get a start so that we can start our automation scripts. Okay. So as soon as this APK get installed, this downloaded, not installed, what you have to do, you can install this APK onto your mobile. How you do that? So for that, what you need to do, let's say my APK is here somewhere. I have in the Appium software, I have kept all my APK. Okay, and this is app master. This is my APK. Okay, so see, this is the exact method you have to remember, because see, setup is done only one time, but this is the one which you need to do like every day. So what you need to do, if you want to install any APK or any app on your mobile, this is other method where what we can do, we can just type cmd at the top, and it will open up the command prompt, and we are already in this directory. Okay, so you can give a command adb install space, and then right click, rename, copy, and paste. It will install the APK onto your phone. Okay, so once does it get finished, the application is installed on your phone. So this is one of the way through which you install the application. Okay, so it says that I already have that APK and I need to uninstall that first. So it's not installing it, but you can uninstall it also through commands of adb, or you can directly go to your phone and install the APK. But this is a command through which you can install the APK onto your computer, onto your mobile. Sorry, I'm saying computer. Okay. All right. So once your app has been installed, okay. So APK has been installed. Okay. So there is an application which is called app info. So just install that application. So I have already installed. Let me just show you. There is an application called app info. See, this is the one which is already installed. This is the APK which we have just now installed. Okay. And there is one more application called app info. Maybe I have to install that also. It's not here. Okay. So if you go to Play Store, where it is, where it is. Wait, let me just check. Google. Nope. Okay, I don't know where it is. That's okay. So what you can do from the Play Store, just install this application called App Info, and when we will write the code, we will see that why this App Info is necessary. Because what happened, whenever we have any APK like this, okay, for all the APK we have few package name, because like the way we have in Eclipse we have a package name. Of all the applications or the apps, we have a package name and the activity name. So this is screen which is called an activity. Okay, so for all the screen we have a package name and activity name, and through this app info we will know what is our package name and what is our activity name. Okay, so that is compulsory. Now after you have installed app info, what you can do, you can verify the capabilities. So there is a web page given. Okay, maybe you can look this later on also. I am just showing a URL that what the capabilities are. Okay, if you remember when we are working on the Selenium, there were certain capabilities we have given when we are working on the grid. So the same capabilities we have to give with the mobile also. So there are certain capabilities we have to give. For example, we have to give what is the browser name, what is the locale, or do you want to allow full reset after every method is run or not? So you can give different capability. You have to give a capability of app activity name, app package name. So don't mind if not familiar with this term, because I can understand you will get familiar with these terms when we start working on it. But just remember, this is the page. I can give this link in the description section, or you can even see that into my page. Okay, here. So this is the page in which we have different capabilities which we can provide while running the program. Okay, and the other thing which I have told you, that you have to install the visor. So just on the Google, if you go Google, if you install visor, or you can just type visor extension. Okay, it goes here. Just click on that and click on this extension. And what is the benefit of that? So that you can see your mobile here in front of you. Okay, so you don't have to always look into your mobile while tests are running. Just like a web, it will give you a web interface here, and whatever is happening on your mobile you can see from here. You can even control it from your mouse also. If from your mouse also, I'm just clicking from my mouse and it is responding to my mouse also. So it is very you can say very helpful when we're working on the mobile testing. So Visor is just one software. There are many softwares available in the market, but I found this software very useful while practically working. So just install Visor so that you can see the screen of your mobile here on your computer. Okay, so I believe these are all the necessary steps which we are required to do to run our script. So I just remember, just repeat. I will repeat one more time. First, you have to install JDK, set the path. Then you have to install Android Studio. You have to just set up the environmental variable for Android, and SDK manager. You have to run from the Android from here. Okay, and you have to install some versions which you want to support. Then you have to install Node.js. Okay, and Microsoft .NET framework. And if you have any browser like Chrome or something, just update that browser. Okay, you have to install Appium. Then you have to enable the developer mode on your Android phone. Okay, you have to hook your phone with computer with a data cable, and then you have to install PDA Net Plus. Okay, you have to install Eclipse IDE if it is not there, and you have to download the jar files. The jar files which I have told you is com.google.code.json and testng. And there's one more jar file which is the client binding of Appium, which I have told you earlier. When you are installing Appium here, okay, you have to install the client binding also. Just have this jar files, okay. And once it is done, you have to download the APK file which we have seen from Cell Android. We can do that. And this for calculator.apk, I have given a URL already. So from here, there's a source lab. You can go to github.com source labs and sample app. You can just download this calculator.apk. Okay, and if you want to install something on your phone, you just need to type adb install and then give a name of that app which you want to install. Okay, once it's installed, you just verify the capabilities which are there in the URL which we'll use later on, and make it sure you have a visor installed on your computer. So basically these are the softwares which you are needed to run our program. So in the next video I will tell you how to run our first program in Appium. All right, thank you for watching.